Hello, thank you for joining me in Management Training and Education Module Number 4, the Consumer Credit Protection Act and Wage Garnishment. My name is Lindsay Nolan, Vice President of Human Resources, and I will be guiding you through the module. According to the United States Department of Labor, wage garnishment occurs when an employer is required to withhold the earnings of an individual for the payment of a debt in accordance with a court order or other legal or equitable procedure. An employer is prohibited from discharging an employee because his or her earnings have been subject to garnishment. However, Title III of the Consumer Credit Protection Act does not protect an employee from discharge if the employee's earnings have been subject to garnishment for a second or subsequent debt. Title III also protects employees by limiting the amount of earnings that may be garnished to the lesser of 25% of disposable earnings or the amount by which disposable earnings are greater than 30 times the federal minimum wage, which is currently $7.25. Title III allows up to 50% of the employee's disposable earnings to be garnished for child support if the employee is supporting a current spouse or child who is not the subject of the support order, and up to 60% if the employee is not doing so. What are disposable earnings? An employee's disposable earnings is the amount left after legally requiring deductions have been made. Deductions not required by law are not subtracted from gross earnings. Who is covered by Title III? Title III applies to all employers and individuals who receive earnings for personal services, including wages, salaries, commissions, bonuses, and periodic payments from a pension or retirement program, but ordinarily does not include tips. What rights does an employee have? Title III gives wage earners the right to receive at least partial compensation for the personal services they provide despite wage garnishment. The law also prohibits an employer from discharging an employee because of the garnishment of wages for any single debt. What record keeping is required? There are no poster or notice requirements, record keeping, or reporting requirements under Title III of the Consumer Credit Protection Act. What are the penalties associated with violations of Title III? Violations of Title III may result in the reinstatement of a discharged employee, payment of back wages, and restoration of improperly garnished amounts. What about state laws? If a state wage garnishment law differs from Title III, the employer must observe the law resulting in the smaller garnishment or prohibiting the discharge of an employee because his or her earnings have been subject to garnishment for more than one debt. This information was pulled from the United States Department of Labor's website, www.doi.gov. Congratulations, you now know basic legal information and how to protect the company in matters concerning wage garnishment.
Created using Powtoon.